Talk to me.
Tell your nigga to be quiet.
Talk to me.
Tell your nigga to be quiet.
All right, now you talking to me.
Tell your nigga to be
Back
quiet.
to what we was talking about.
Whatever.
Try that body shot shit.
I'm gonna stop you. Easy. I'm gonna stop you easy. That shit gonna be easy work. I promise you.
I'm
it don't
solid
matter.
as a
I'm
rock.
gonna knock you out, bro.
Oh,
you getting hurt.
That's fact.
You got hurt by getting bored.
That's fact.
You got hurt by getting bored. Yeah.
You got hurt by Ocampo. You got hurt by Ocampo.
When have I got hurt by Ocampo?
And you got hurt by Kelbrook. And you got hurt by Kelbrook.
When? We seen you get wobbly leg. We seen you get wobbly leg.
Then what?
We seen you get after that. It don't matter.
After that.
Wait till I get you gonna
You gonna look like Benavidez. You.
He had one leg.
You gonna look like you had one leg.
He had one leg. I'm gonna make
you do stanky leg.
What you wanna bet on that?
What you wanna bet on?
You can bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy.
Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right?
Easy. We can bet $1 million easy. What are you talking about? There it goes.
Watch, Les Brown and Eric Thomas, and he tell you to push through the pain and watch all the motivational speeches and stuff by those people. But I'm the guy that they're talking about, push through all the pain and the stuff that I go through, and make it out.
And I ain't fighting no Jamel. Shit. If I can't fight him, he ain't fighting Jamel. No matter what he did, shit, it ain't happening. Yeah, he be talking. Yeah, but you call him all you want, I guarantee it's not gonna happen. So
some odd reason, once I moved up in weight and started calling out Spence and that's his stablemate, he jumped in it. Like, dude, mind your business, stay on the sideline. You can be like, man, Spence my guy, but I'm cool with Bud, I'm gonna let them handle that as men. Don't be Spence gonna knock you out, or man, we smoking Bud over here, like doing all that girl stuff, man. We don't do
negotiations and things, but we here now. So all this stuff in the past, just the present, we here, we fighting each other. May the best man win. I feel like this is the best fight, welterweight fight of the last probably 40 years. This is the fight of the decade.
The fans is happy. Everybody's happy. We here now, and I'm going to show the world why I'm the best fighter on the planet. And everybody need to tune in July 29th to watch me, Errol Spence, go out there and put on a tremendous show.
Just like I told him when we encountered each other in Oklahoma, I said, I'm going to get these belts on my side, and I'm going to come take yours. And, this is where we at now, and I stood on that. Even if it was leaving me standing out the ring a whole year, they trying to get me to fight other people. This the fight I wanted, so I stuck to my guns and was like, I'm not fighting until I fight. I might be the stronger opponent, great body shots. He has great talent, great skills, but I feel like my ability, my will, and my all around just being the better fighter, I'm going to beat him.
Well, I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been wanting this fight. Everybody been knowing I've been wanting this fight. He said he was going to take the easy route and go, handle what he had to handle, and he did that. So now, he got to live up to his word and coming to take this belt. The last one is always the hardest one, and I assure you it won't be like none of the other fights. He believed in his style. I believe in my style. It's going to be a great fight. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So, there's a lot riding on this fight. This is the biggest fight in boxing in decades, So, of course, I want to go out there and put on a tremendous show and win in spectacular fashion. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. I'm ready to go next week if it was need be, But at the same time, everything, has its time. The sun shine on everybody. And, the sun gonna shine on me July 29th.
Already know. As soon as I get in the ring, I'm stepping. And I expect him to step too. We're gonna put on a great show and a great performance.
Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody come out, show support, and watch me fry this fish.
Waiting on the most anticipated fight of the year versus Terence Crawford. It's finally happening. July 29th, T-Mobile Arena. We're gonna put on a great show, a great performance. It's gonna be a one-sided ass whooping.
What's going on, you guys? Hey man, I just want to say I appreciate you guys for helping me in the channel. The channel has been growing at a fast pace. Man, within 2 weeks, you guys have got me to 1,343 subscribers. I want to just tell you guys I appreciate you guys. I'm going to keep the best quality videos coming to you guys. And man, without further ado, let's get into the video. What's going on, boxing fans? It's your boy DC Boxing TV here with another video. And today we'll be kicking it off with Errol Spence versus T-Bud Crawford. Now, it was officially announced by ESPN and Showtime. It's going to be kicking off Saturday, July 29th. Showtime pay-per-view, and it's official. Both guys have signed up and they're willing to put their own on the line. Errol Spence going after Undisputed at welterweight, trying to be one of the biggest in the boxing game till this day. But also, we can't overlook T-Bud, one of the best in the welterweight division. I mean, what more can we say about him? He's one of them guys that is very impressive when it comes to the ring and it comes to that boxing IQ. I mean, he's everywhere, and I just don't know. Even though Errol Spence is one of the guys that I'm going to be rooting for in this fight, I just see T-Bud being one of the biggest challenges of his career, not to mention all the ups and downs Errol Spence has been going through. I mean, it's no way we couldn't say some of those defects may play against him in this fight. We haven't seen Errol in the ring in a minute, and you know, we were supposed to see Errol versus Keith Thurman, but obviously that fight has got pushed away. Errol Spence is pushing to come and get that belt, and like he said, he's coming for T-Bud, you know, and I'm glad that, you know, we're finally getting this fight. This is going to be one of the biggest fights of the decade, 2023. Of course, Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia was one of the biggest fights, but this fight here, man, it's just nothing more we can say. I mean, like I said in the intro, or like you seen previously in the intro, you know, these guys have been hunting each other for a long time, and I don't think neither fighter is gonna stop until they come out on top. It's a lot of things that can play against Errol Spence in this fight, and it's a lot of things that can play against T-Bud in this fight. That this is gonna be one of the biggest fights. There's a lot of controversy out there. People are saying, well, I don't know, Errol Spence, he's a big body shot puncher. He can also work the ring, but you know, in some of the fights that I've seen Errol in, Errol kind of cranks up, you know, a little bit around the 4th round, but I don't think he's gonna be able to come out in this fight at a slow pace. I think Errol is gonna have to bite down on that mouthpiece. He's gonna really have to stand toe-to-toe with T-Bud. He's gonna have to let T-Bud come to him. It's gonna be a chess match for sure. But we can't sleep on Errol Spence and his speed that he brings to the game. But when it comes to speed, I don't give it to Errol Spence. I would have to give that to T-Bud. The way you see T-Bud work that ring, you know, he moves around, and I feel like T-Bud is gonna come into this fight with chip on his shoulder. So, you know, both fighters are really gonna get in their bag. If you're familiar with each or either fighter, you would know that both fighters are undefeated. Errol Spence stands at 9 years and 5 months into his professional boxing career. Spence has fought 28 times with 28 wins and no losses. You know, and as of May of 2023, Errol Spence Jr., may I add, boxing record stands at 28-0 with 22 by KO. Errol has a lot he can bring to the table as a young champion. You know, he has those scraps. You know, it's scrap season for a reason. He feels as if he's been chasing down T-Bud for a long time. T-Bud has to come with everything he has in his arsenal. T-Bud kind of reminds me of a awkward fighter. You know, I was talking to some people about his fighting stance, you know, and a lot of people come off to say, you know, T-Bud is a southpaw, you know, because he's left-handed, and I didn't necessarily know that. And, you know, being as big as a fan as in a boxing industry as I am, I did not know that. T-Bud kind of reminds me of an orthodox fighter. Not saying he can't come out with a southpaw stance, but he just doesn't remind me of a guy that's just gonna stand there and go toe-to-toe and willing to brawl with you. And not to mention, I don't think he's gonna be able to do that with Errol Spence. But yeah, T-Bud has a lot to bring to the table. You know, this is also one of the biggest fights for T-Bud, we could say. A lot of people try to say, well, T-Bud hasn't really fought anybody, you know, but T-Bud hasn't never been beat. You know, he's fought 39 times. You know, of course, you know Errol Spence has fought 28 times. Not saying none of the fighters that Errol Spence have fought aren't as great as T-Bud, but I just feel as Terence Crawford is going to have a lot more directions he can come to when it comes to this fight. We know that Errol Spence can stand in the ring and go toe-to-toe. We know that Errol Spence can take you down with the body. But will Terence Crawford be willing to play that game with Errol Spence? I don't think it's going to go that way. You know, this guy, 14 years and 8 months into his professional career, Terence Crawford has fought 39 times with 39 wins, no losses as of May 2023. You know, Crawford boxing record stands at 29-0 with 30 knockouts. Come on, man. So both fighters are hard hitters. You know, this is going to be one of the biggest fights, you know, for the older crowd. You know, I feel like Gervonta and Ryan Garcia played a lot towards the youth and, you know, a little bit more of the millennials. But this fight here, yeah, this fight is going to be for everybody. This is going to be a household fight. You know, this I think this fight has the potential to do the same numbers as Gervonta and Ryan Garcia. All it takes is the fans to get engaged. You know, this fight, this is going to be a slugger, you know, for sure. You know, and Terence Crawford, like he said in his previous video.
The wait is over. It's game time. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody come out, show support, and watch me fry this fish.
So, yeah, man, he's coming to fight. You know, he's coming to lay it all on the line. You know, he really thinks he's going to go deep underwater and, you know, go fishing for Errol, you know. And me personally, I just feel like Errol is just too big of a fish to catch. And we will see come July 29th, 2023 at the T-Mobile Arena. Man, I'm shaking just thinking about it. For a minute, I've been telling you guys, I've been wanting to bring this video to you guys, give you guys the breakdown of what's to come. I can't wait until the face-off, the press conferences, everything to build up to this fight. It's gonna be so much to come behind this fight. And I just feel like, man, people need to get on board. They need to understand that this fight has the potential, okay? The potential to be one of the biggest fights of the decade, of the generation. You know, it's no telling how this fight may turn out, you know. So you know, guys, you guys just stay tuned. You know, keep a watch out. I'll have new videos coming soon. I'll keep a good narrative going with this fight. I'm going to be keeping up with this fight just as much as I was keeping up with the Tank Davis versus Ryan fight. Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko. I have a video coming soon on that. Just stay watching. But there's so many directions that fight went towards, and people not just understanding what really went on with that fight. It's so much to talk about. I really want to take my time and break that fight down. But as of right now, we're not talking about that fight. That was May 20th. That's in the past. Right now, we're focused on Errol Spence versus T-Bud. Also, I got a video coming soon on Carissa Shields. Not to mention, I know you guys heard by now on ESPN that her challenger had to pull out of the fight. You know, I don't know if it was steroids, but I got a video coming soon on that. I don't want to get too in depth on it. I want you guys to really, you know, really follow me with the progress of the TV series. So, yeah, man, Errol Spence versus T-Bud, July 29th at the T-Mobile Arena. One of the biggest fights of the decade. So you guys make sure you guys tune in, keep an eye out for everything that I have coming soon on this fight. I'm sure the all access is gonna be phenomenal. Just, man, keep a good watch, man, and just understand that this fight is just as big as any other fight you've ever tuned into. If you don't tune into this fight, you're not a real boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? Casual, maybe, but this fight should do numbers. This fight should break numbers for sure on the records. So get ready, man. Undisputed welterweight championship. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford. Saturday, July 29th. Showtime pay-per-view at the T-Mobile Arena. And just understand, man, everything that I said, everything that you've seen, there's plenty more to come. I don't want to give you guys too much. I want to keep this fresh because we got a little time before that date, but that's right around the corner, you know, right around the corner. So, man, keep an eye out. Team Errol, man, I'm making my predictions right now. I got Errol getting them out of there in the 10th round. Hey, it is what it is. But until next time, it's your boy DC Boxing TV. Into the next round. Rap.
I believe I'm the best welterweight in boxing right now. You know, I've been trying to prove it for a long time. Been trying to fight Keith Thurman, been trying to fight the champions or the top 5 in the division.
Anytime.